the installation manual. Why? Because this was more a misunderstanding. When we were
Okay.
doing that and we have the conversation with tester, I understood that it was not necessary to have the instant client, that if we only get the Oracle client, that should be enough.
But you
But
misunderstood
after the,
because of their setup, because of their
exactly.
client server
Yeah,
setup.
because
That's
we changed it
different.
a lot.
Okay.
Exactly. So
Okay.
then
Okay.
what would happen is after talking to Tan kind of explain us better, and he say, no, actually, yes, you need the Oracle Client 19 if you want to do the setup, okay, to connect to the database that is 19, but you still need the Oracle Instant Client 12.1.020 because that's the one used by
The OCI.
the application, the
Not all
OCI
of it. Yeah,
developer.
there's something here that's important to record. The key that what Ken said, what he summarized this morning is that the JPATS application, some of the functionality, which, and he listed them, read, DDF, a whole bunch of them, and he said even the selection, right? When you do the selection for the EMUTS report,
Exactly.
some of the
Exactly.
functionality. So basically, the application is split. Some of the code will needs the OCI to connect to the databases via the OCI DLL. And
Exactly.
that's now to get to the OCI DLL, you either get it in the instant client and you configure it so that you use the instant client, or I think now what Oracle has an OCI DLL in their own client
You
runtime
need
folder. Right, so you need both. So
you
there's
need
two
both.
methods, right? The key is the JPATS application uses two methods to connect into the database. So there's the C code portion uses the OCI connector. When you go into that config file, you see an OCI connector and an ODP connector. The OCI connector is used by the read DDF and the ones that he said there's a dependency on the OCI DLL. The ODP connector, he said, what I understood from Tad is what's needed by the .NET APIs. So it's a .NET and an OCI. He needs both because the application uses two methods, two clients actually. They're actually using two Oracle clients depending on the code. So if it's your C code, you're going to need the OCI. Just like for VPM, James Zhang had to recompile the custom VPM code that was using the OCI method because it's C code. So he had to recompile that. And he did that on the C compilers. We had to get the new AIX 7.2 C compilers that he needed. But so I knew that James had gone through this OCI, but I wasn't aware of that other one, the ODP connector, which is needed by .NET. So that's a very important thing in this recording. The JPATS application has two methods of connecting to the database, the OCI connector and the ODP connector for .NET, and the normal Oracle client, right? So what I'm exposed to is the normal Oracle client. That's used by all the VPM desktop PCs. All the PCs that are used to connect to VPM, they use the normal. They don't use the .NET because there's nothing, I think, in for VPM. I don't think there's any .NET. It's all Java C. Dassault's VPM software, it's all Java C. So there is no, they don't use this ODP. I have never seen that in VPM, this ODP connector. So it's the first time I saw this where, okay, there's an ODP connector. So there, you've got it in the recording. So that's a very lesson learned. So it's very important. See, Tan is aware of that. So now he passed that on to us, to Mansi, to yourself, Tan, and to myself. So that's important for us to know, to be aware of how this application works. Okay, you got it. Go ahead, Dana, you can continue now.
So I am.
So basically, what did they have to do to fix it, right? Like we know the problem was probably something that they missed, or because of the misunderstanding, you didn't tell them to install the Oracle Instant
Exactly.
Client. Oh, well,
Exactly.
that's it. So it was that simple. They
It
just
was that
unzipped
simple.
what you sent them, and it worked.
Yep.
And they did. You
Exactly.
checked the configuration, right?
Yep. So we see CPT application used to connect us for database. It required the 9.0 Oracle client.
At 32 bits. So you have to install the 32-bit instant client. That's important as well. So which one did you it's the 32-bit that they installed?
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, you even took it. That's nice. You have a screenshot of the error, right?
Mhm.
Oh, that's good. You got that from them, from Textron?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, perfect.
While we were
Perfect.
doing that.
Very nice. Very nice.
So what I'm writing is correct, Peter. But we
Yeah,
can
see,
correct it
used to
after.
connector, the CPT, well, uses, you made it just a typo, uses instead of used. It's an S. Uses connectors. So
Uses.
there's two connectors. So
No, but this
CPT,
one use that one. The OCDLL. The read the DDF read the read DDF use
okay.
that one only.
Okay, so the read
DDF and the
DDF.
EMA
Okay.
selection use the OCDLL.
Okay, so then I would, so just to fix a little bit the English, so I would say CPTS email uses connectors for the database, and it requires this particular one, the OCI. That's it. That's it. It just reads better. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
For the database. And it requires, that's it. Perfect. And it requires the 19OC client and the Oracle Instant Client. Exactly. Yeah. Those are, that's why you have an S on connector. It uses connectors. And it needs both. It needs the 19 Oracle client and the Oracle Instant client that's needed for the OCI portion of the JPATS code. Yeah. Yes, exactly, for the OCI deal. Exactly. Exactly. Perfect. There, and the read-DDF and EMAD selection use the OCI connector. It's actually the read-DDF, a whole bunch, Scandi, he mentioned all of them, but that's good enough. The read-DDF and the EMAD selection use the OCI connector, yeah.
For example, so he knows he's not the only one.
Okay.
Sorry, in French. Okay. Perfect. Below is an error that would occur if the application is not using the right instant Oracle client.
Very good. Yeah, you have a screenshot. Perfect. Yeah.
For the OCDLL. So this is what happens. This is what you can find. Error information.
Now, once they fixed it, were they getting the log files when they do a read
Yes.
DDF? Everything was working, right?
Everything was working.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. So what we did was very good, and that's what you would do in the future, Nancy and Dano. You always have a meeting amongst ourselves before we meet their technical people, right? So that way we brainstorm amongst ourselves so that we're ready for whatever their technical people might bring up. And we're ready to ask their DBA if any questions need to be asked. Then it would be our DBA asking questions to their DBA.
Installed the Oracle. So the solution is install the Oracle Instant Client.
32-bit, right? You said 32 bits. That's very important. So that means right now the current version of the code works with the 32-bit version of the Oracle Instant Client.
I'm not sure if that is related to his,
well,
because
that's 10.
I didn't have that one, but in that case he needed. In my case, I didn't do it, but probably because it's the OS. Because I was using the 64 without issues, but that it depends also the OS and all the stuff. I think
that's right.
because in my
That's
case
right.
it didn't work.
But the 32-bit should still work on a 64-bit OS.
Yeah. Okay, so then here I give them all the. So I was working on that. So what you have to do, the Oracle database 19 is compatible. The download place is not this one. So that's something I was working. Actually, it's good that you guys came here because we are working on I'm working in the documentation right now.
Yep,
So I'm
you're
working in
updating
how
it.
to document that. As you can see here, this is the website that you need to use. So let me update
Oh
this
yeah,
with
this
this
is the
website.
Oracle website.
Yeah,
This
because
is
you need to
Oracle.
give them the Oracle website. You should
Yeah,
not give
yeah,
them the.
yeah.
Let me get a new one. This is what I want. Because you
That's the
just put it
download.
as.
That's where they can go to download the instant client from
Exactly.
Oracle. Yeah,
Yeah,
from Oracle.
exactly. So you scroll down to go to the version 1.0 and use the instant client basic. So I need to change the screenshot because this
Okay.
should not say that. It
Okay.
would say something like so now I am just documented,
Well, yeah, you
okay?
just need to update the screenshots in your document, but it's clear now what the
Exactly.
fix is, right? So
Yeah,
it was
that's the
really
fix.
the Oracle Instant Client had not been deployed, right? Had not been
Exactly.
installed and configured because I think there's even configuration, right? The environment, the path, right?
So what is the only configuration that has to be done? So
Ah,
this is
that's a
what
good
I'm doing
question.
here.
Yeah, so that's the that
So
config,
the only
the environment variables, right? The system
notes.
or no?
So the only the variables, the advanced variables. So what we need to know is that the application needs to look in the path. It needs to look for that
System.
instant
Yes,
client
yeah, it has to be in the system path.
in the
Okay.
system path. And then
Yeah, yeah,
we
yeah.
put it here and we put it on the top.
Yes.
So we
Oh,
have
okay.
to move it to the
Okay.
pod and
You
that's
move
it.
it up. You move it up. I see. You
Exactly.
move it up to the
You
top.
move it out
Okay.
to the top. So this
Yep.
part
To
that I
the
have to do
beginning,
there.
at the very beginning of the list. Okay.
Exactly. So I need to put that on the I actually gonna do that again to
Okay.
document it and that's it. But that's pretty much what we did.
Excellent.
So right now
If
what
it's
I'm gonna
clear,
do is
it's
right now what
crystal
I'm doing
clear.
is documented it to so is
Yeah.
we
Yeah. Yeah.
recorded. Yeah.
Excellent. So there you go. So we fixed that we showed Textron. We can fix their problem, right? That we can
Yeah.
troubleshoot.
Yeah, that's
Right.
actually a very good news because right now it means that we need to um we need to start. You can stop the recording, Mansi, if you want.
Yeah,
Right
you
now
can
it's
stop now.
really
That's
yeah.
perfect. Because
Okay,
now
sure.
they're often